Hi everybody, I'm glad you are joining me and you're here to hear my good story. Today we are going to read Who Taught Frogs to Hop. It's a really good story and we're going to make a project and I decided to make a hopping frog. So I'm glad you're here and I'd like for you to sit down and get comfortable and relax and see if you can guess who I'm talking about. And if you don't, it's okay. I'll give you some clues at the end. So let's read. Who taught frogs to hop? Oops. Whose idea was it to make the world round instead of square? I like it round because it doesn't have any sharp corners. But who thought of it? Do you know? Think carefully. And who decided to use so many different colors for flowers, rainbows, birds, fish, beetles, butterflies? Do you know? And all those funny colored bugs that want to sit on my dish. Who taught frogs to hop and land with a splash? Do you know? Or monkeys to swing from limb to limb and tree to tree? Or mountain goats to never look down when they jump from one high teetering rock to the next? Who taught raccoons to wash their food? Who taught squirrels to store nuts for the winter? And who taught kangaroos to raise babies in their pockets? Do you know who? Who thought up all this neat stuff? Do you know? Like, who thought of putting the crunch in apples, the corn on the cob, and the water in the melon? Who thought up puddles and ducks and little kids splashing in bare feet? Do you know? And who had the great idea of decorating the night sky with all of those twinkling stars? Who taught cows to say moo, 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 and owls to say whoo? Do you know who? Who thought up soft laps and gentle arms to hug you while you listened to bedtime stories? And whose idea was it to give kisses and tickles? Who thought up moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and all of the rest? Best of all, who thought of you? Well, may I think that that was a really, really good idea. Who came up with all these wonderful ideas? Do you know who? Well, if you do, then do you know anyone better to sing songs to in church? Or to say thank you to at the dinner table? Or to love forever? Get ready. And ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. And ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. And ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. And ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. And ever, and ever, ever, and ever, ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. My questions are done, but I have something for you. It's a great big hug from me, and you know who. Now, here's the clue. If you don't know by now, but I believe that you do know, who did all these great things and thought of all these wonderful things. Let's see. Clue number 1. When you come to church or Sunday school, who do we learn about there? Can you think? What about clue number 2? What about when you come to church or Sunday school, who do we sing about? Do you know? I think you probably do. When you come to church or Sunday school, who do we pray to? Do you have any idea? I think you know now. Who taught frogs to hop? It was God. He did all these wonderful things. And I hope you liked our book, because I thought it was a really good one. And you can think about it when you see all the wonderful things in the world that God has made for us. Everything around us. So keep your eyes open and keep looking. You're going to find some cool stuff. Let's get started on our project, and I'll be right back. Hope you like my story. And now we're going to do our project. And I thought we would make a frog that hops. So in your envelope that you're going to have from the mail, you're going to have all the parts, just like always, the same as all our other projects. And we're going to get started making a hopping frog. So you have a green frog. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take, this is his mouth. And I'd like you to take the circle and fold it in half. Really use your fingernails so it looks like a mouth that's opening. And we're going to glue this part first. Remember, we always need to have glue when we're doing a project. So I'm going to take some glue and I'm going to put it right up here. We're going to have to hold this a little bit because it needs to stick really carefully. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it on right here like that. Make sure it still opens because we want him to open his mouth. So you're going to hold it in place. Remember what I always say, hold it down for 10 seconds, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it carefully. Okay. Now I'm going to flip my frog over like that. And I'm going to put on 2 giant eyes. You can put them wherever you like. Remember that every project we do, you choose the way you want it to be. So I'm going to put just a dot, not a lot. And I think I'll put the eyes over here. 2 eyes. Like that. And press it down again and hold it and count to 5 or 10 or 4, whatever you want to count to. And then we're going to put some eyeballs on them, and those are the 2 little black dots. And again, I'm going to put a dot, not a lot, on there. And I'm going to put his eyeballs on. Let's see how he looks. Looks like eyes? Great. Now, I'm going to put on some speckles. Speckles are like polka dots. And I have brown, but I'm also going to draw some. So I think I'll put speckles on him. Just a dot, not a lot. Wherever you like it to go. I'm also going to draw some on him today. And I think I'm going to use all different colors. And let's see. Here's his speckles. But I'm not done with the speckles yet. I'm going to let these dry, hold them for 7 seconds or, I don't know, 6 seconds, whatever you like. You know what this is? Can you guess what this is? It goes in your mouth. Well, not in your mouth, in his mouth. And it's a tongue. Frogs have really super long tongues because that's how they catch their food. And I'm going to roll it up. Do you remember one time we did a project where you rolled it around your finger really tight? Sometimes you need help to do that. Mom might have to help you. But you roll it up really pretty tight like that. And then you let it go. And I'm going to open his mouth. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there. And I'm going to put his tongue. Remember to count again. Hold it down. Let's see what that looks like. And his tongue will look like that. And that's how he catches the bugs. Rolls it in his mouth and then he goes, flip, catches a bug. Like that. So I'm going to put some more speckles on my frog. And I'm going to use crayons today. And I don't know what color, but I think maybe I'll do some red. And I'm going to do some more red speckles. I think frogs do have speckles all over them, all different colors probably, whatever you like. You have to decide, of course. And maybe I'll use some brown. It may look the same, I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. This is an experiment. Let's see. Blue. Blue speckles. Why not? He could have whatever colored speckles I want him to have. And I could do a lot on here. And I'm even going to give him some purple ones too, because my frog is very colorful. Are you ready to see what he looks like? I'm not quite done. I still have some more to do. But that's a hopping frog, a speckled hopping frog. And when this gets dry, your fingers can go inside like that. And you can make his mouth open and close. While he's hopping, he'll be eating bugs. So you can finish your project any way that you like to do it. You could put more dots on it. You could, if you have stickers at home, you could put stars and stuff on them. You can do whatever you like. And it would be really nice if you would take a picture of your frog, send it to me at the church email so I can see how great you did. And I love to see you and your projects anyway. And then I was thinking, well, I know what I'm going to do with mine. I'm going to put mine on the bulletin board and pin it on. And then later today, I'm going to put new stuff on the bulletin board in our room. And that got me thinking about the next time that we do a craft and a book, maybe you'd like to come here to our room at the church. And you could play, and we could dance, and we could play a game, and we could read a book, and we could do our project right here in our room. So on May 7th, it's a Saturday again, from 11 o'clock to 12, 1 hour, you're invited to come and see me and Mrs. Mraz here in our room in the church. And I would love for you to come and play. It would be fun to see you finally in person. So have a great day. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you really liked it. It's one of my favorites, but they're all my favorites. So I'll see you soon, May 7th on Saturday, and come and visit me and come on down to our room. See you soon. Bye.